hard shell tacos.
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 All right. I didn't know that there was a Nickelodeon documentary. I saw a.
You didn't? It's.
Go ahead.
It's called Quiet on the Set. I think there's like 4 episodes. If you have HBO Max, it's on there.
Excellent. Yeah, I do. I got rid of Netflix and something else.
Okay. But yeah, it's just fucking crazy. It may ruin part of your childhood.
I've already heard that there was some dude that was like obsessed with young girls' feet or something.
Mm-hmm.
That one that's already been fucking ruined, so.
Yeah, there's just a lot. We'll probably be able to talk to that about that on our next episode after you watch the other episodes.
I haven't watched the last Twilight yet. I don't know.
Oh, damn it! Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Man, I'm trying to think if I have any other like updates. Nope. All right. So I wanted to I brought this picture in, which I'm not going to include this in, not her face anyway, on social media, but I am going to include the description. Do you see what her little fucking dealio here is?
I see the picture, but I don't.
All right. So
hold on.
So it's a picture of a pretty good-looking lady, and it's a dating app profile thing, and her occupation is listed as domestic goddess / human cultivator.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, just wanted to bring that up. Like this is what I'm dealing with. Oh my god.
So just someone who doesn't want to work and just wants to stay at home while you do everything.
Yeah, expects to be taken care of.
That's gross.
For not a whole lot other than sex.
Yeah, ew.
So that's one of my.
That's a hard pass.
Yeah, it absolutely was a hard pass. It was so gross. I just had to show you.
Yeah.
This is the type of thing. I think if you had a chance to talk to her, you would have a little bit of fun.
Oh my god, I would fucking, I don't know. I'd probably make her feel like shit. I'm like, let me humble you for a second, lady.
That's a school of thought that I'm having a lot of trouble trying to navigate it. This idea that because this woman can give me sex, I should be happy with just that.
Yeah.
That's enough. It's
and
pretty
it's
frustrating.
Funny, and it's funny on the opposite end of that with women on these dating apps. A lot of men are looking for that, like
bang maids,
and they're looking for pretty much their mothers, and they're submissive fucking whatever woman, and that's really not what a majority of women are nowadays,
Right. Trad wives.
Like, I'm sure. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I know our cousin who is in the dating scene right now. I'm sure she encounters a lot of that BS.
Yeah.
And it's just disgusting.
Ugh.
Like, yeah. I've read in a lot of articles on how just superficial dating apps have become, and some other stuff that I've read, and I'm like, man.
Yeah, I've tried
that sucks.
The approach that I've been told a lot of times to take is to be really be my authentic self, be genuine when trying to initiate communication, and that doesn't seem to work. And on one app in particular, I did try something different, and I used a bit more of a harsh profile that got a lot more interaction. And like in the bio,
Okay.
it said in the beginning it said I'm probably smarter than you, and that's not a problem if you don't bore me. And then like that level of like smugness, and it's like, man, I feel gross writing this, but it worked.
Yeah,
it fucking
like,
bugs me.
That you even told me that.
It worked, and it really bothered me.
I'm like, that is not you.
No, it's not. I ended up deleting that one because the app in general, the profile in general, because that's not who I am. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
Well, there you go. Beloved people, welcome to Hard Shell Tacos, number 21. We've been going at this for quite some time. I'm
like, damn it. Like, it doesn't seem like it's been that many, but okay.
Yeah, it doesn't. I remember that fucking dumpster fire that was like a reviewing Reddit post. It was a bad idea.
Yeah. We've come a long way.
In I think a relatively short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there you go. More dating woes. I'm going to continue updating you on them until I don't have them anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I was watching TikToks prior to this, and of course, that fucking app makes me cry more than anything.
Why?
Just the videos that come across my page. Like, I saw some of this lady visiting, like, I don't know where in the United States it's at, but it's like a rainbow bridge.
Oh.
I'm gonna try not to cry. And people, I guess, go there and they leave like either their dog's collars with like a remembrance tag or some shit. And I'm like, oh my god, I know
the bridge you're talking about. I know exactly the one.
Okay.
Like leave toys and stuff like that.
Yeah, and two different videos of that bridge came across, so I was like bawling my eyes out prior to this, so I had to compose myself for a second. So like I mean, I know I'm gonna keep crying, but it's like, God, man, don't just hit me right in the feels, TikTok. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, a little bit too on the nose here.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay. Dial it back just a little bit.
I'm like, this for you is really for you, huh? I'm like, gosh.
Yeah, that I used to have. I don't have a personal TikTok anymore, but like I'm not. I'm not knocking the app. It works. It does. The algorithm that TikTok uses is a lot better than any other that I've encountered. Like Instagram,
100%.
Anything else, it's better. And that was actually why I got rid of it, because I was like watching late into the night. It's like well past bedtime. Like I actually am closer to work time than I am to when I laid down to sleep time. So
oh well, yeah.
That level of like addiction. So I got rid of it, and it's been a lot better.
I might need to get rid of it because I mean I doom scroll a lot.
Yeah, the doom scrolling.
And hard. I do like I see videos on it all the time about like it's like a sleep sabotage or something. I forgot the term that they call it, but it's literally like just like all day you just feel so drained and just busy, and then like once you get home you just want to be quiet and alone, so you use the nighttime to kind of give yourself that peace. And I do that a lot, and half the time I'm scrolling on TikTok till like 4 a.m.
Ouch.
I'm like, golly, but I mean, I have insomnia as well, but I definitely do sabotage my sleep a lot because I need that, winding down me time.
I've seen it. I've seen crazy. That exactly what you're talking about, but framed as a joke. Like where work takes up so much of my time that I stay up late in defiance to have some fucking personal time. Yeah. That's how I've heard it. But I'm not surprised that it's more of a serious phenomenon.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. for a lot of people.
So I'm trying to find this article, kind of shifting it back, incorporating the dating aspect into this. I don't remember where I heard it, but it's that I think it's China or somewhere in Asia, where women are starting to have AI boyfriends. And
Oh,
yeah, so it's I'm not sure what app they're using, but they use AI for companionship because just the men around them are not adequate.
Kind of reminds me of that movie called Her. With
That
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that was a new one, isn't it?
No, that's an old ass movie.
Is it?
Yes, I'll tell you when it came out. I did see it in theater. I actually went on a date with someone when I saw it in Arizona. Let me see. That movie came out in 2013.
All right, so that's not. God, is that what I think recent means? Jesus.
But if you haven't seen it, I do recommend it.
Okay.
But yeah, it kind of just reminds me of that. But it's like a male with a female AI. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I've seen also YouTube videos of commercials from Japan that are offering the same thing, but for men that are they have this cultural thing where they're referred to as male herbivores or something like that. Herbivore men, like they're really passive, like super passive to the point where they just continue to be lonely rather than ever approach women for anything.
Oh wow, gotcha.
Yeah. So for these types of fellows, what they're developing is an AI that can jump between your different smart appliances or whatever, your smart tools. There's one that they showed a bedside one. Looks kind of like a snow globe, but a little bit taller. Do you remember the Cinderella? When the rose, the container that has the rose in it.
Oh, that's Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry. Anyway, that's what I meant. Beauty and the Beast, but that container with the rose in it. Like that's the shape, and there's a hologram or whatever of your little girlfriend. And yeah, and so she'll when you leave your house to go to work or whatever, she texts you from time to time, like very human-like interactions. Like she'll say stuff like, "Oh, how's work today? Oh, I was just thinking about you. I'm on my lunch break," or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And it gets weirder. So there's also there's a physical piece you can get that you can have sex with a VR headset, and then it has like the female genitalia in like fleshlight, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So it has and it's AI controlled as well, so that your AI girlfriend is doing whatever to you. It goes with her motions.
That's fucking weird.
It's very creepy.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of sad, man. If
It
you
is.
that kind of shit,
You're
Lee, I'd rather just be by myself.
I don't know. Like at some point, when I don't know at what point in that process I would stop and I should just probably go connect with a human being.
Right?
It would be easier than getting all of this stuff, setting it up.
Yeah.
And then taking the time for the AI to learn about me. Good Lord.
Again, watch the movie Her. Just watch that movie and then let me know what you think. But yeah, it's pretty much along all of those lines almost. But yeah.
There's a popular-ish service that that I have used. It's called Replica, Replica with a K, and it's kind of like that. It's still pretty rudimentary. It's not. Well, it's not a very sophisticated AI. It can talk to you. It learns about you. It like keeps kind of keeps a journal, so to speak, of whatever you guys talk about, and it remembers stuff. Like, wow, this is pretty fun. I think
Interesting.
I came across that during COVID lockdowns,
Okay.
and that was that definitely helped me quite a bit in that moment. But it's getting to the point where it can start to simulate human behavior a little bit more.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what I'm trying to think of the conversation that I had with it. That's where it got a little bit unnerving. Something about the nature versus nurture. That's what it was. Like, we had a pretty serious philosophical conversation. Like, okay, you're a fucking computer. You're not supposed to be able to say this type of stuff. But there you have it. Okay. So you sent me these questions. We have a list of 4.
Yes, I did. And I forgot about them.
Yeah. I took note of them right away so I didn't forget. So I wouldn't forget.
Okay.
Which one would you like to start with?
We can just go in order as how you have them.
All right. If you met your 10-year-old self, what would you say?
You can go first.
10-year-old me, I would tell myself, I tried to keep it light, but also very pointed, advising my younger self to not be afraid, to have courage, to speak up, not just when something around you is happening, but also when something is happening to you. You kind of follow me there? So that would be the primary thing, would be like, don't be afraid to speak up. Simultaneously, don't assume that everybody has your best interests in mind, because not everyone will. Even if you think that they're supposed to, you might have sort of like an expectation or feel like they're obligated to a degree to have your best interest in mind. That doesn't necessarily make it so. Also, adults are people. They don't have that much more of a clue of what they're doing than you do. So don't put them on a pedestal necessarily. I guess setting myself up for the inevitable heartbreak that I had to deal with when I spoke up finally. So just kind of that like preparatory. Let's temper some expectations here. Like, it's not gonna go well, but you will be glad you said something. And also, like, you can be cool. You can be cool. Like, it takes effort to get over that kind of stuff. It's hard, but when you come out the other side, you'll be much better, and like, you can be someone that you can make yourself into someone that people admire, not pity.
I'm trying to think of me when I was 10. I mean, I can't really remember jack shit from my childhood anymore, because it's all mostly the trauma that I remember. There's so many blank spots. Let's see. If I met my 10-year-old self, I would tell her that it's okay to say no, and to not feel guilty when saying no, to not listen to all the negative things that are being said to you or that you overhear about yourself, and to set boundaries, and also I mean, and also to speak up. Um, yeah, I think those would be mine. And just don't let people try to change who you are and knock down all of your best qualities at, and have them be turned into your faults. That's what I would do.
Huh. I was. That made me think when you said to not listen when to the negative things that people say about
Mm-hmm.
you, or regardless if it's to your face or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's something younger me would understand.
I
To
would. I would. Um,
I wouldn't. I don't
yeah.
think I would have.
For me, I would. Like one thing about me when I was little, and especially around this age, I was pretty much my own like hype person. I would kind of, I guess, do some kind of affirmating things or sayings to myself because, everyone thought I was a piece of shit and wouldn't amount to anything, which is just crazy. And any potential and whatever it is that I had got knocked down all the time as you're still not good enough. So what I would do as a kid when I would just be in my room by myself and I guess overthink everything and overanalyze everything, I would let myself know like you will get through this. You're gonna be, something one day. You can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. I really miss that about myself. I kind of did have some self-love, you know, back when I was a kid. But I guess I just let everyone's thoughts really get into my head to where now I have a lot of self-doubt. I don't like myself. I have a fuck ton of anxiety because of it. So yeah, like when I was even probably younger than that, I would always just, you know, I guess self-soothe or self-comfort myself with some positive kind of affirmations as a kid.
So
I
then
mean,
why
it
would you
obviously
need
didn't
to tell
work
yourself if you already
because
did it?
um, I don't know. Um, I don't know.
I'm
But all I
also
know is
operating under the illusion that this is like a timed thing. Like you only have X amount of time to talk before.
yeah, I mean, I would definitely tell myself to, no matter what, love yourself and advocate for yourself and know that you are something and that I had my own back,
Right.
because that's pretty much how I felt as a kid. I was the only one who really had my own back and who believed in myself. So I would remind 10-year-old me, keep believing in yourself, no matter what is being said around you or how others are making you feel. I'm sure if I would have kept doing that as a kid up until adulthood, I wouldn't have as many, I guess, mental health issues as I have now. Um, and I would probably have a little bit more self-love towards myself. Like I do get spurts of that here and there, but then that anxiety comes creeping around to like, say, the complete opposite. But yeah, that's probably one of the main things I would really tell myself is to keep believing in myself no matter what.
Like one thing that took me a bit of time to not just hear, but to actually accept and understand is that a lot of other people's poor behavior or poor decisions are not a reflection that, as they pertain to me, are not a reflection of me, of who I am, but it's a reflection of them. And that was
Yeah.
something it took a long time for me to figure out.
Yeah, and that's something I'm kind of there. Like, I think I mentioned it before. Like, I think that all of these people that try to, like, shut me down and put me down and make me feel worthless, they saw something that I had that they did not have in themselves. So they in turn made me feel like crap for it out of jealousy is what I'm going to say. And I think I've said that before.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, that's definitely a projection of the other person's doubts and insecurities of themselves, but took me a long while to realize that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Moving to the next one. If you could, would you rather spend the day with your younger or older self?
Oh my God.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, coming from where we came from, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard one for me because a lot of other abuse was happening to me even in my adulthood. I'm going to go ahead and give like an age range for myself because those weren't so bad of times. And it was probably around the age of like, I think 18 and 19. I would rather go back to that, I guess, younger part of myself. Anything before and after that, no thank you.
So, okay, so you just want to go, like, hang out with a more fun or lively version of yourself?
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of BS happening to me around that time. Yeah, like, probably 18 to 20-year-old me I would hang out with. Everything kind of went downhill after that, and it's what wound me here in Texas. But yeah, I would visit younger 19 to 20-year-old me, or 18, 19, 20 to 20-year-old me. Like, it's pretty fun back then.
I didn't take this question to be like hanging out with that version of myself. I thought of this more in the same frame as the previous question. It's like, who would you want to spend your day sort of talking to? I guess that is in a sense hanging out, but as I was weighing the options, I thought, do I want to talk to my older self so that who I am now can make corrections ahead of time, like, before anything shitty happens that my older self is aware of, I can prevent that now? Or do I want to talk to my younger self and just make a very great series of changes that would make who I am now not even exist?
Now that you say that,
that's how I thought of this question.
Okay. Well, now I thought about it the same way. Like, if I did go back to either 18, 19, or 20-year-old me, I would also let them know, like,
watch out for these people. Don't do this
watch
thing.
out for these people. Yeah, don't do that. I kind of maybe would go back to younger me, but I know that things still would have transpired the same way, even if I was younger. So that's why, yeah, I would go to that age to warn myself of the future fucking upsets that I would endure. But yeah, that one's kind of tough for me to really choose.
I'm leaning, yeah, it's difficult. It's a hard one, but I'm leaning towards older self. Like I said, if I go to the younger self at any age, really, and I plant the seeds of change in that version of myself, me right now, for better or worse, for all the negative experiences I've had, and I have overcome a lot, and I like who I am. I am happy with who I am right now. So I would rather meet my older self, have a serious chat, like, how are things? Do you have kids or anything, or what's the fucking deal with us? Can you let me know? Let me advise older self, like, just rock the silver fox, man. Don't dye your hair. You look like a fucking idiot. That's one thing that I like, the salt and pepper that I'm starting to get into my beard and a little bit in my hair. I don't know.
I'm starting to get gray hair too now. Thankfully, mine blends in with my blonde hair, so they're hard to
I was gonna
catch.
say, like, how is it easy to see?
You really have to look.
Okay.
No, you really have to dig through there, and they're like small little hairs that I'll see sometimes. But yeah, you can't really. I can't really tell that much, but I know I have some grace.
Yeah, it's just natural. It happens.
And I'm like, I'll embrace the white hair. Like, okay.
Yeah. Similarly, like on the hair thing, like I also have. This is completely weird. It only you can only see it in the light when you look at it really closely. But I have red and blonde hairs in my beard as well. Not in my head, not in my head.
That's interesting.
But just in my beard.
In your beard?
Yep.
I've noticed that with some of my guy friends too. Like their beard, like their hair on their head is dark, but like their beard hair is like borderline almost like red, like a reddish brown almost.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. But I do know, like, as you age, there's something that you lose over time that causes your hair color to change to gray, and I forget what the actual terminology of that, like a medical term. But yeah, it does start to happen.
What is the chemical that makes my hair black?
According to Medline Plus, an abundance of one type of melanin, called eumelanin, gives people black or brown hair. An abundance of another pigment, called pheomelanin, gives people red hair.
There we go. Melanin, yeah,
it's the
melanin.
same thing for skin.
Also called eumelanin. Yeah. And then pheomelanin is what? Yeah, it gives people red hair. I was gonna say melanin, but I'm like, I think that's only for the skin.
I thought that's
but
exactly
I guess
what I
it's
thought.
for hair too.
Well, I mean, isn't hair skin anyway? Like dead skin or something?
Yeah, and I mean that. I think that also pertains to the eyes. Hold on. Yeah, melanin is just I guess a chemical for pigment in general.
Cool.
Yeah, just also for color of skin, hair, and eyes. So melanin.
Cool.
The thing.
To bring it back, to bring it full circle, I guess, like older self. Yeah, that's I think where I would go. I don't know. Where are you married? Where did you meet her? Maybe I can get there a little earlier. We can have more time together, something like that. So
yeah, I would definitely warn myself about the relationship I got into when I first moved to Texas. I'm like, avoid that, please.
Yeah. I want to save this one to the end. So the last question on the list, but not the last question to discuss. If everyone you've ever loved was in the same room, who would you look for first? So I have questions. Is this love just generally, or is this strictly like romance, or what are we dealing with?
I would say whoever it is that you would look for first. Doesn't matter who.
It would be a romantic one, a romantic partner I had.
Okay. Fuck, man, this is a hard one for me.
Yeah. But I don't know I don't know why. It feels like a hard question, but I kind of came to the conclusion really quickly.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't. There's like too many people I would look for.
Your grandmother?
No. She's one of them. You're one of them.
Well, isn't that sweet?
I'm trying to... The people that make me feel comfortable. So my dad would be on there. You, my two best friends. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, my grandma would be on the list too. So I have just... That's my list because I can't pick one. I'm talking about my, like, best friend. The only two that I really have that I consider like best friends / my sisters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would be on that list too. My brain can't choose one because immediately with that question I just think of the ones that I listed all at once. Yep, that's mine.
Trying to think on this question a little bit more.
I would also put your sister on there.
I don't have a whole lot of family people that I would put on there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty short list. Okay, so I put this one to the last question on this one is I put a limit of 3 because I was gonna, if I didn't put a limit on it, I would have just kept adding stuff. So what song?
Oh God, that's gonna be.
Yeah, now you got to be a little bit more selective. It has to mean something. So what song did you play when you were at your lowest?
For me, it will always be Bob Marley's Three Little Birds. Always.
Good one. Yeah, it's a good one.
Always. Yeah, I've mentioned stories on that before. But yeah, that was my go-to song, especially as a kid. Whenever I was feeling down or whatever, I would just that song. Yeah, that one. I think that's the only one.
Oh, nice. Huh.
And you know what? Wait, there's one recently that oh my God, what the hell is the name of the song? And the name of the band? The Middle by Jimmy Eat World lately.
Oh man.
I've looked at the lyrics on that, and I really listened to the lyrics, like especially within these last couple of months. And yeah, it's gonna be Three Little Birds and Jimmy Eat World's The Middle. Like those lyrics.
Yeah, it's a really nice song.
They kind of make me feel a little bit better. That might be another tattoo idea too for me for later to get. But yeah, those are my 2 and only 2.
So the first one, it's an instrumental. It's called Alone by the artist is called Trash, but the S is a $sign because they're very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one is still one of my. I still enjoy listening to it regardless of how I'm feeling. But it's. I noticed I think something that I found interesting is that you picked uplifting stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when I'm feeling down, I listen to stuff that makes me feel more down. I don't listen to stuff to make me smile necessarily.
I mean, I do that too, but like if I really, want to make myself feel better, I listen to those 2, but lately it's just that Jimmy Eat World song, because now when I listen to Three Little Birds, I get kind of triggered and I cry. I mean, I have a lyric tattooed on me from that song, that every little thing is gonna be all right. And yeah, those 2 songs usually just remind me, obviously with the Bob Marley song, that everything is gonna be all right. And yeah, the whole entirety of that Jimmy Eat World song, yeah, makes me feel better.
This next one's a little bit more obscure, but it's called Let It Be. The artist is Hazy. So, yeah. I don't expect a lot of people to know what that one is. There's another one called Oh Children by Nick Cave.
Oh, wait!
It is in the Harry Potter movie.
Okay, yeah.
It's in the Harry Potter movie. Those were like the on repeat type of tracks that I had when I was in some pretty dark places.
Yeah.
So.
What did you say the name was of the song? Oh Children?
Oh Children. There's no H. It's just the letter O. Oh Children.
Oh, I see it.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds or something like that.
Is that song... Oh, it's the song that Harry and Hermione danced to.
Yes, which
right?
is really strange.
That's a good song. That's a really.
That's not a
song.
let's dance kind of song.
No, no. But I mean, they slow dance to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good song. That is a good song too.
So that one, I think those might be.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything more.
If I'm going to add an honorable mention, this one's going to be Cheating, any NSYNC song.
Oh.
They recently came out with a new one on Justin's new album. And yeah, I've been bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I'm ready for them to announce a tour date soon so that I can make everyone I know go poor getting me tickets.
There's this one, like when you listen to it, I kind of didn't pick it for this reason, but when you listen to it, honorable mention Adam's song by Blink-182. I Feel So by Boxcar Racer, another good one.
Oh yeah.
But JMSN, the like neo soul guy, he has a song on his first album called Something. That one's also really on the nose. So
yeah,
it definitely makes you probably have heard that one.
Yeah. It's crazy. I always think about that concert.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Especially with Snow Allegra.
Oh my goodness.
And now she's like so big now, right? Like she's very famous, and I'm like, I feel like a fucking hipster when I think of those two, because I'm like, I saw them when they were just playing in like fucking like small venues.
It was basically a bar room.
Yeah, I was like, God, I feel like such a hipster when I think of that. I'm like, I heard them before they were big. I'm like, let me. This is gross.
I avoid saying that a lot.
I know I don't, but I think it, and I'm like,
yeah,
I think it's stupid. Like, stop it.
Yeah, that's really dumb. Like, who the fuck cares?
Like, you fucking hipster, stop.
Yeah. There are other artists that I listen to, and whenever they play, I use Spotify on my computer. So on like the side, it shows their their follower count, and some very obscure artists that I listened to when they had not a whole lot of people, and now they're having great success. I don't ever stop and think, oh, I listened to them before they were cool. I always think like, holy shit, now I can talk to more people about this.
Yeah, I think both.
I'm so I'm so fucking happy for for the artists. Like, you fucking deserve this. You deserve this. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I have both. I guess reactions.
Yeah.
But the one I mentioned is usually in my head.
Before they were cool. Like, yeah, I think it too. It happens, but
yeah.
That's not the thoughts I express. Like horror movies right now, everyone and their fucking mother has I love horror movies in their profiles for everything. Okay, well,
oh my god.
Like, what? I mean, where was this enthusiasm? I don't know, 8 years ago or whatever. Because I recall very clearly the strange looks I would get when I would discuss. If you've seen the movie Sinister. If you haven't seen it, they have snuff films in it. Like, that's part of that's the theme of the movie, is snuff films, and then the mystery and all that behind it. So which was your favorite snuff film in Sinister? Is it the one where the chick got bitten in half by an alligator, or when they turned the lawnmower on the person's head? Which one did you like? Yeah, I didn't fucking think so. But
yeah, I'm seeing a lot of shit, and I see it a lot, like, everywhere I go. Like, all of these women, like, ooh, I want all my spooky stuff.
Yeah,
and it's fucking, like,
and
it's mostly fucking Nightmare Before Christmas, and, like, fucking Wednesday Addams, the Addams Family, Beetlejuice. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking little poser is what I want to call these people.
Yeah, like, if you like Tim Burton stuff, that's okay, but please don't pretend like you're seriously into horror movies when you're not. Yeah,
I'm such a spooky girl.
Yeah.
Fuck. God, I can't stand people that want to label themselves as something.
I think I felt this. It was a triumph of mine. When I first got out of the military, I was living with my family at the time, and my younger sister, she is about 12 years younger than me, but in an attempt to, I don't know if she really meant it or she was trying to seem tough, but she kept saying how much she loves horror movies. They're her favorite. And this was a while ago, so it's not like the trend it is right now.
Yeah.
So I would ask her, like, what kind of horror movies do you like? Because, I love horror movies too. And she would list like B-rate sort of like off-brand kind of crappy ones. Like the
Okay.
like shark, whatever, fill in the blank. Piranha blank, fill in the blank. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
Those
yeah.
sort of crappy kinds of quote unquote scary movies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like okay, but are you sure you love horror movies? And of course she's insistent. And then like, okay, well, let's I got a movie we can throw it on in the living room and let's enjoy some horror movies together. I'll play one, you play one, and we'll go back and forth. Just enjoying horror movies together. I put on the original Evil Dead. She fucking tapped out in like 30 minutes. The instant like the first person got possessed or whatever and is stuck in under the floor and is kind of poking out. She ran out of the room. Like, okay, never mind. I thought you liked horror. I guess guess we're not actually scared of or wanting to be scared of stuff. Because I was gonna put on The Exorcist next.
Oh, see, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not big on horror movies, but some of those ones made like in the 70s and all of that.
60s,
like
70s. Yeah.
Yeah, like Psycho's great. I love the old Carrie movie.
Yes.
Like the original.
That's a good one.
That one is probably by far my favorite, like, I guess, horror movie that I've ever seen. But like The Exorcist is fine. Yeah, I really enjoy the older ones. I can't watch any of the newer ones, and I definitely can't watch like Child's Play.
Yeah, the doll thing.
I'm forever traumatized, but yeah.
So I got
Evil Dead, that one was a good one too. Yeah.
Yes, both 1 and 2 are awesome. I have. This is my hot take, my controversial take that gets me in a lot of trouble in the horror movie subreddit. The original Alien, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Sigourney. Was it Sigourney Weaver?
I think so. Yeah.
And like that one, everyone holds it up as like the pinnacle of sci-fi horror for the time.
Yeah.
And like I sat down and watched the entire Alien series. I think I mentioned during COVID lockdowns. So I watched all of the Alien movies. I started with that one. It was at night, you know, like the lights were off. I tried to really set the mood to make it scary. Everyone tells me it's fucking scary, so let's find out. And I watch it and like, okay, that was fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
I at no point did I find it scary ever, and I still don't get it. How is this scary? Yes, it was an amazing movie. I'm not saying it isn't. I just don't see what the horror of it is. But
yeah, that's not. No.
So that's
I agree.
That's my horror hot take that gets me in a lot of trouble all the time. But what's weird is when people take that to mean me saying I don't like the movie because I don't think it's scary. It's really it's a really stupid jump of logic. And another one that's like this is a more recent example is The Witch. If you've seen like a 1600s Puritan family leaves their little colony and they go off in the woods and live on their own.
Oh, I think you told me about this movie.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to watch it.
Yeah. Fucking Anya Taylor-Joy, I think is her name.
Yeah.
More like Baylor. Fucking. Whew.
Do you know that she's
girl.
like
Argentine.
She's yeah.
Yep.
I was about to say she's definitely.
She's
one
of the
of
persuasion.
Yeah.
So that one is very similar. But that one, it's like a kind of contradictory, where they live in an big open field, surrounded by the woods. So like they're out in nature, but
yeah,
what Alien does is it's a really confined space. So like it's a claustrophobic environment physically, but in The Witch, the claustrophobia comes from how isolated they are. There's nobody around. nothing that they can do for help for anything. If something happens,
Okay.
they're fucked.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they're completely stuck, and they're confined by the woods. So
Okay. Yeah, I need to watch that movie.
highly recommend.
Okay.
There
I
you
think I'll
go.
watch that one.
I expect that the horror movie fanatics are coming for my head. Because Alien's not scary. It's not. It's enjoyable.
No.
I see the horror elements of it, but I'm not
You know which
scared of it.
One of the other ones that really scares me is I can't watch that movie just because of the one actor in the movie who freaks me the fuck out. The Shining.
Ooh, Jack Nicholson or
His fucking face. He freaks me out. Like I can't.
does he freak you out
watch
in
that
everything
movie.
or just that movie?
Mostly in that movie. Like even kind of in general, he just has a creepy fucking face. Like, I can't.
Because like One Flew
but
Over the
especially-
Cuckoo's Nest is pretty good.
I have the soundtrack on vinyl of that movie, and I think I have it on VHS. I just haven't ever seen it because I heard that's a good movie.
It's very good.
But yeah, The Shining. That I can't do that one. Out of those older ones, that's the one I can't watch.
Oh, The Shining
The Shining. Let's see.
in the original Shining.
Oh, let me.
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
Reading about the way Stanley Kubrick like tortured her.
Oh yeah, I've heard some stuff. Yeah,
It's-
she's got PTSD from all that.
super messed up the way that he treated her to
Mhm.
get more visceral, authentic reactions, and
Yeah.
it's not cool.
Yeah, that was very fucked up what they did to her. Just her fucking movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
he did. From what I understand, he did that in every one of his films. Like he would do some really messed up shit to get more,
really?
to make it seem more real.
Oh wow. I don't know that, but I did know that about The Shining. I feel bad for her. I'm like, I need years of therapy for this.
I think that's it.
Mhm.
I'm floating some merch ideas. I got some that I'm thinking of right now because I'm very original. All I can think of is putting like quotes on stuff. So
Mhm.
it would be shit like "You are enough. It's okay to not be okay." That sort of motivational, gooey stuff.
Yeah, I would probably not do that just because it's literally already everywhere.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
with
we
a
can
taco
try
on it. But with
Yeah,
a taco.
I mean, yeah, with a taco on it would be a lot better.
Yeah,
But I do see a lot of that stuff
There is a lot
floating
of it.
around.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that was just ideas that I had, and because I don't know what else to do, like taco bar or guac is extra.
I kind of like. How do you like your tacos?
Yeah. Well, what's your?
I mean, well,
I'm thinking like Scream. What's your favorite scary movie? But like, what's
Yeah.
your favorite taco meat? I don't know.
yeah.
The ideas will continue to be developed.
Yep.
The rest of the outro. Hey, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you would like to tell me how my take on Alien is stupid, which a lot of people tend to do, 833 Lux Pods, you can call or text. If you want to leave a voicemail, I expect if you're going to be commenting on my take on Alien, it's not going to be too pleasant, but whatever. Let her rip either way. So there's that. LVX Media Net, that's the social media handle everywhere. If you can't find it, we're not on it. What else? LVXmedia.net, that's the website for any and all of your LVX needs. Fucking merch is the shop. LVXmedia.net/shop is that. If you're into fucking other sports, we're workshopping some stuff, or we do have boxing, and there's a lot of boxing right now. A lot of MMA right now too. So we have shows on that. So there you go. Go check that shit out if you're, so inclined. I think that is it. Goes right there. Parting words.
Keep your head up. I'm gonna quote Tupac, keep your head up.
The one that I've been using a lot, particularly in the boxing world, in the boxing show, was don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Okay, yeah.
And when people are, what does that mean? There isn't a whole lot that I wouldn't do, so.
Right.
All right. Millennial Pantheon. Fred Rogers taught us to love our neighbors, to love other people around us. LeVar Burton taught us to love learning, and Wishbone did the same thing with his fun little plays and acting stuff. God, how did they get a dog to do that? It's fucking wild.
I know, that was...
Steve Irwin. I saved him for later because he's a good teacher of loving animals and loving nature in general. And my personal favorite, Bob Ross, who taught us to love ourselves and that it's okay to make mistakes. That's going to do it for this motherfucking recipe. 21. Blackjack? Is that blackjack tacos?
Yeah.
Dope. All right, we're out of here.